Welcome back. We continue to follow breaking news out of Boulder tonight, where the FBI is investigating what they're calling a targeted terror attack on the Pearl Street Mall.
Boulder police say a man set several people on fire. That man is now in custody. It happened during a peaceful march raising awareness for Israeli hostages. Now, News reporter Rachel Krause is in Boulder for us this evening. And Rachel, you've been talking to people who witnessed the attack.
Yeah, Mark and Jenny, I'm here at 15th and Pearl Street, close where Boulder police say they believe that attack happened earlier today. I spoke with one witness who saw a lot of what happened unfold earlier today. Brooke Kaufman was on her lunch break and saw some pro-Israel protesters in the area. She says that's not unusual here on Pearl Street in Boulder. Soon after, she saw a burst of fire out by the courthouse. She ran over and called 911. She saw multiple people with bad burns to their legs, even their face seriously injured. Others running over with water, trying to help and get them put out. She says she saw a shirtless man holding a clear container of what she believed to be gasoline. She says he was screaming and waving it around, though she could not hear what that man was saying. Boulder police say first responders and officers responded to this quickly.
Crazy. The stories are getting crazier and crazier by the day, by the minute, by the hour. We should have never got involved in international anything. But we did, and we're here. And she just happened to have on red. Lord have mercy. Ain't nothing wrong with the colors. Just say, hey, fire, Ohio players. Boulder, Colorado. Man. You know, guys, I've covered a few marches last few years. I try to scout things out. You can only be so careful. But yeah, this is crazy. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. It's crazy. You kind of feel that everything is going to culminate at the same time, right? It seems like we can't go 3 or 4 days without something, right? But let me digress. The dude took some gasoline or whatever, some incinerator device, and set somebody on fire. Come on, man. That's how we communicating today. That's how I go. Woo! Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
The FBI is calling this a targeted terror attack. Colorado Attorney General Phil Weiser also saying this was an attack against a group who meets every week here along Pearl Street in Boulder to protest and demand for the release of the hostages in Gaza. But Boulder police, they say they're still investigating at this point, and they're not ready to call this a terror attack at this time. Since we've been here, a large portion of Pearl Street Mall, it's been roped off with officers directing people away from the area. Boulder police say they started getting calls for help just before 1:30 this afternoon. People were saying there was a man with a weapon and that others were being set on fire. When officers arrived, they found several victims, many with injuries consistent with burns. Now, police, they aren't saying just how many people were taken to the hospital, only reiterating there were multiple victims. A suspect was pointed out to police while on the scene, and they were taken into custody without incident. Police not identifying that suspect just yet, only saying they're an adult man. They are still investigating.
Yeah, we'll get his information. You know how it kind of tweaks out little by little. This information been coming out piecemeal. As you can see, here's one here, 7 minutes. I'll probably do a follow-up late tonight or early tomorrow. We'll piece it together. But people, this fire thing, I tell you, I just sat down and relaxed a little bit, and I thought about all the incidents that we had the last few years in relation to Israel and fires. And New York has set people on fire in the subway, outside of the courthouse when Trump was on trial back in the day. And it's just, but recently, this thing is getting hot. And it's hot, and it's happening again more regularly. It's happening more regularly. I want you to listen to a guy here. He's talking, and he puts it in perspective. And I really think that you need to really listen to this guy's response, because I'm taking it as a warning, okay? I'm taking it as a warning. Check it out.
They have incarcerated at this immediate time was a person who allegedly threw these incendiary devices, the Molotov cocktails, and set these people on fire, some of them. But this is something that I have been deeply concerned about, and that is lone wolves. And lone wolves working in America. Right now, we need to face the reality. America is a ticking time bomb when it comes to terrorism. And my rationale for saying that, guys, is all we have to do is to go back about a month or so ago where the governor's mansion in Pennsylvania was firebombed. The governor being a Jewish governor. Then we look at most recently here in the District of Columbia, where we had at the Jewish Museum the 2 young people whose lives were snuffed out. We are dealing.
He's right. Look at it, people. I said look at it. This reminds me a lot of the George Floyd situation. There were X amount of incidences before we had the main incident. And I'm telling you in my spirit, and as I do the decodes and I see the powers working, and I ain't naive to think that all this stuff is true. But I'm telling you, I watch world events just like you do, and I'm thinking about the sequence, the order of things, the significance of things. When I put it up against the 5 C's and I see how this stuff spells out, baby, it is getting to a point that something is going to pop in America. He mentioned lone wolves, and he said a ticking time bomb. Woo, woo, woo. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Let me show you guys something. Here's the governor. Here's the governor. Colorado. He's the 43rd governor. Gerard Polis. May 12th is his birthday. What if I told you that this incident happened exactly 55 weeks and not a day longer from his birthday? That's right. This is his birthday. And today is today's incident, 6/1. Exactly 55 weeks. Now, people, you know Julius Caesar died at 55 years old. It don't come no closer than that. I'm telling y'all, a lot of this stuff is crafted. Is this crafted? What are the odds? Exactly 55 weeks from his birthday. Here's Benjamin Netanyahu, leader of Israel. October 21st. That's his birthday. This incident happened exactly 31 weeks and 6 days after his birthday. And what is 316? The Gospels of John 3:16, hallelujah. For God so loved the world. Did he not give his only begotten son of a sacrifice? This also comes out to 7-11. And you know Trump back in the day, I did a few videos on that. Trump accidentally said 7-11 when he meant 9/11 because he was talking about the Twin Towers. And I'm talking about the 10 Towers because I'm telling you, I believe something going to go down. But this 3316 is sacrifice. Let's see how this relates to way back in the day, though. That was 9/11/01. Unless there's an anniversary. You never can tell if they're speaking from that. Because I just did something last night. In fact, we need to pull that up. You all don't watch, a lot of you guys don't watch my basketball videos, but you should. because it might be some things in there. Let me show you guys something. I'm gonna step off the beaten path. I wanna show you guys something.
If it was enough.
If some of you all have already seen it, pardon me, but I want to show you something. I did a decode last night in relation to New York. And it's kind of deep. Check this out. The New York Knicks lost against the Indiana Pacers last night. And I did a video. And I found something, just stumbled upon it by accident. Watch this here.
Donald J. Trump and JFK are twined. They're twined.
Let me see what point I want to bring this up. I think I want to bring it up. I see it right here. So let me kind of start here. I can. Here we go.
5-5. 5-5. Do you understand now why the Pacers beat them? It's written. Now, I want you to...
We got to go back. I apologize. There's a point in here I'm trying to make. Oh, it's way back here, Pearson. It's way back here. I just thought about it, people. So I just want to make this accurate for you guys, because I want you guys to see this here, because to me this relates to it. Let's start here. Let's go from here.
That was an accident. I apologize. That's actually their first game. So yeah, the numbers still speak. That's their first game ever. That's right. When you take 6/6/1940, when you take 6
on 6/6/1946, that's when the New York Knicks were founded. And I'm going somewhere. It's about to get deep. The New York Knicks, of course, they're in New York. They lost last night, but they were founded June 6th. And you know New York got a heavy Jewish population. People, look, we got to get ready. I'm asking for Jesus to come. I've been telling y'all that. I'm asking for his blood to cover, but I'm telling you, the powers, I believe they're planning something. Watch. June 6, 1946, New York Knicks were founded. Watch this.
1946. When you take 6/6/1946 and subtract it from a dark date, like I told you previously, remember what happened on this day?
9/11, y'all.
World Trade.
9/11.
Do you know that from this date to this date is 55 years and 97 days?
And who died at 55 years old? Julius Caesar. And what's the 97th day of the year? That's April 7th. Who's the 47th president? People, look, you don't think they speak through sports? Come on now. I've been decoding since I was 17, 18. Come on now. What? You think God let me find this out by accident? By doing a basketball decode? I don't think so. But I digress. I just wanted to show y'all that it just came up. Now, did I do Benjamin Netanyahu, leader of Israel, October 21st? What I got? Oh, well, I did that already because we went back. We got 6/1, 2024 versus 4/19. Okay, on 4/19, that's when this guy set himself on fire in front of the courthouse when Trump was going to court. Remember that? Remember this guy? Remember this guy? Did a few videos on him. So between that date, 4/19, 2025 anniversary, versus today's In fact, you know what I need to do? This need to be 5. And I think this need to be 4, don't it? This thing need to be 6, the anniversary. So yeah, the anniversary of that guy set himself on fire. Himself, right? Versus today's is 46 weeks. 46 is destruction. And it's 322. What else we got? May 14th is when Israel became a nation. Always got to look at the foundation. May 14th is when Israel became a nation. And August 1st is when Colorado was founded. Remember, this thing happened in Boulder, Colorado, right? August 1st. Check August 1st, 2026, birthday coming up. From 5/14/2025, Israel got a birthday coming up. The difference is 444. Yep, 444. Split it down the row, you get 84. Barack Obama was born August 1st, August 4th. And look at this here. Remember this situation? Josh Shapiro. A few weeks ago, I did a video on that. The guy set his mansion on fire, the governor's mansion. And I decoded it. And when I decoded it, I saw a few things. In fact, this look like something right now. That look like an eye. That look like an eye. Look like a snake, man. Come on. Come on, people. Come on. Like a bloodthirsty snake. Like an image in that house. But I digress. The date was 4/13/2025 when his mansion, Governor Shapiro, and he's Jewish, was set on fire. Versus today, 6/1/2025, the difference is 50 days. 50 states are gonna go down because 50 states is America. Now watch this video. I wanna show you these images in the governor's mansion in Pennsylvania. That's why I'm telling y'all, a lot of this stuff, to me, is phony and was done on purpose, or it's AI generated, but they gotta justify their next move because they're gonna have a lot of stuff going down so they can push us into the one world system. Satan is fierce. Listen to this.
In this video, I want to show you some images. And I want you to listen very carefully, because I guarantee this will make you think like, what kind of world are we living in?
Cody Balmer is the name of the suspect who has been arrested. He actually had a friend of his, a female, call police to tell them he wanted to turn himself in. He turned himself in, he was getting his Miranda rights, but he started to talk. Here's what we know. He said that he walked about a mile to get to the house, and that's when he he jumped the fence, threw the first incendiary device into a room. Police tell us that was the piano room. And then it took off. And then he went to the second window he saw and threw a second incendiary device in. That would be the dining room. It took off. He said it was Heineken beer bottles that he had put gasoline in. He jumped through the second window. He was actually in the mansion at that point, and then finished his business and left. He was asked by police, did you believe that somebody was going to be asleep in the house at that time? He said, yeah, I knew that was a possibility. That's important. A state of mind that goes to intent to want to kill who was ever in that home. He said he hated the governor. Now, motive is not in this description right here.
People, there are images in our face. I said there are images in our face. I want you to look at this and look in it. Because, again, tell me you see 44 in the broke window. At Paula, IQ 7TB. I replied, that melted drip drop sure looks like 44. Great catch, excellent. Now what is this person talking about? I had pointed out that this looks like an X. Now look here in the window. Look at that. And what is 44? coincidentally, Barack Obama's the 44th president. Ain't that deep?
Jaw, mouth,
And as I look at it now, this looks like somebody's head holding it. Isn't that something?
Jaw,
That
mouth,
looks like a face.
nose.
People. And then you got the 3. Could that be like 666? The mark of the beast. You understand what I'm saying? The 3, 666, 44. What is it? And then I had to study it again more this morning. It's like the outline of a head, the eye, a nose, and a mouth.
Yep.
And this here. And then you got the neck of a devil. People, I was like, I gotta chill out. And I came back with fresh eyes, and I still see the same thing. A jawline with a mouth, a nose, eye, hair. Possible 4 and somebody there. It's deep. But check this out, people. I want you to look at this. I believe this is a line of a V. As I was looking at the line of the V, let me show you what I saw. Little goat. Little goat. Now come back. It's like a nose, an eye, and an eye. My Lord Jesus.
Eye.
It looks like a few of them. Eye, partial, eye, nose. Do you understand? This looks like a face. That looks like a face. But the man, when I want you to look at, is like there's a V. Like a V. With an eye and an eye. Is that goat?
Is that goat Lucy?
Lucy?
Woo!
What is going on?
Woo!
The charred remains of the governor's mansion? Really? I mean, people. And I'm looking on this wall. Look like
People, I think they're trying to tell us something. I don't care what nobody say. That looked like a goat. That looked like an eye. That looked like an eye, a snout, and a V. Come on, man. I'm so done with this. People, a lot of this stuff, I believe they have hired people, talking about sleeper cells, all this other kind of stuff. They know what's going on. I live in one of them cities where something might go down. I got the Sears Tower here and the John Hancock. New York got the Empire State Building, the Twin Towers are back. People, this is it. These dummies, these devils gonna do something again. I can feel it. Again, it reminds me of the George Floyd. You just had one event after another, and boom, George Floyd was the big one. And now we got a separate turn of events where things are happening. One fire after another, one explosion after another, one plane going down after another, and then boom, the big one. Wow. I'm out, people. I'm out. Might be my last video for the night. Please share if you want to help the channel. Go to French Shot Blue, and what you can do is click on my portrait, please. Try to help me out, and click on more right here. I have Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, and PayPal. Whatever you can do to help out. You know, look here, people. I'm struggling. I'm just keeping it real. I just started asking for stuff a whole lot more and more the last few weeks because it's done. They got me in the cave. They are not letting my videos get out. And all I can do is ask you guys to share and give a few dollars if you can. God bless you. You guys hang in there, and we're going to endure. That's all we can do right now is endure and pray without ceasing and fast and ban these demons. But again, they got a plan, and I believe I'm showing it to you. God bless and be safe.